Chuck Diesel.
Clear. Alright, y'all let me y'all hear me loud and clear, man. Think we should be good. Had the mic on mute, but we should be off mute right now. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear. Put a one in the chat, man. And we'll go ahead and do the things that we got to do. Appreciate everybody being in the joint for this Friday, end of the week episode of the High Altitude Show. I'm your host with the most, the one and only, often imitated, never duplicated, Dr. BOA, aka Book of Alpha Enemy, here in the Alpha Sphere. To get it in once again on behalf of the Alpha Men. I'm talking about the real Alpha Men. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Let's give the people a few minutes to slide up in the joint so we can go ahead and do what we got to do, man. If you want to stay in this chat and be a part of this super duper alpha chat, then go to the main channel page, click on that join button next to the subscribe button. If you don't see it on your mobile device, then you need to be on a tablet, a computer, a desktop, or a laptop. Otherwise, you can listen in, but you can't join. It's just how it is, homies. Hate to have to do it, but we have so many haters in the place. So many haters have their face in the place, man, that we just have to do it, man. We have to do it. Haters and trolls take away the flow, take away the energy of the chat, man. And we can't have that. Salute to everybody, man, who is tuning in, man, to the latest upload of the day, man. Jody Mama, AJ Johnson, tells Angela Yee she spent her 50th birthday. Letting two friends run a train on them. Appreciate y'all tuning in to that one, man. It is you guys are responding to it favorably, and I appreciate it. All right, so let's get ready to do this thing, man. Appreciate everybody being in the joint. Mike is so dope. Scott Weezy, New Jordan era. Welcome to the family. Hollow World Breaker, my brother SJ3. Salute. DTS. Salute. Weezy, man, appreciate you being in the joint. Beaver D. Brown, Keenan Woods, what up, man? Mike is so dope. Terrell Edwards, what up, Chris? What up, man? The Diamond Shot Beast, what up? Warhammer T. God, Ray Shaw Smith in the building, man. Mike is so dope. Mill J, what up, Treasy? King Abraham, what up? MPI, salute. DTS in the building, man. Salute, salute. I appreciate all the brothers being in the building. I saw Intellect up in here. What up with y'all, man? Stanley G, what up? Relaxation, what up? Jeremy Chastain, what up, JC? Larry R, nah, man, you in the game, you in the game. Big Mo, what up, Big Mo? Salute to you, bro. MPI, appreciate the 2-bone, man. Appreciate the starting out. Chief Stand Still, my brother. Salute. Lil Rondo, what up? All right, man. Let's get ready to do this. Mr. Intellect 380, welcome to the family. Welcome to the Green Label Gang, man. So, here's what we're going to talk about today, man. There are some things, 10 myths, rumors, and just overall total nonsense that social media perpetuate that just aren't real. You know what I'm saying? They just aren't real. And today we're going to talk about 10 of them. Again, the title of the day, 10 myths, rumors, and lies social media pushes about black men and women. Matter of fact, we're going to change that up a little bit. 10 myths, rumors, and lies social media pushes about alpha and beta mentalities. That's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to talk about today, man. That's what we on, homies. All right, let's get it, man. Let's get it. So, first of all, let's cover this. We're in the alpha sphere. So we understand that likes and followers don't matter outside of your social media presence. If you believe likes and followers matter outside of social media presence and what you can do to turn them into money, if you can't turn the likes and followers into money, they don't matter. If you can't turn them into money, they don't matter. They're irrelevant. And that goes for everybody. Like if you get 1 million likes, if you can't turn it into money, if you can't monetize it, if you can't build a brand with it, then it just don't really matter. Shout out to my homie, man. I bought this. I was in a mall in Jackson, man. I was in North Park Mall in Jackson, man, and there was a dude in there selling his merch, man. He got Bubble Boy merch, man. I think you can go to bubbleboy.com. And he was just in the middle of the mall, man. I bought a couple of pieces for myself, a couple pieces for my son. And just supporting them. And what a bubble boy is just somebody that's on the grind, somebody that's on the come up, somebody that's striving to become the most alpha version of themselves. That's all a bubble boy is. We all bubble boys in here, striving to become the most alpha version of ourselves. It's not your boy. What up? Skull, what up? Now, let's talk about some things that guys seem to get totally misconstrued about social media. If you meet a girl who is showing her ass on social media, she is not a good girl. She is not a good girl. There is no good girl who shows her body on social media. There is none. You may think you know one, you may think you found one, but I'm telling you, there is no good girl who shows her body on social media. For no reason. There are just certain lines a good girl will not cross. She just won't cross them. Like she won't cross them. She don't even view that as an option for her to make money. She'll ask people first. She'll take a menial labor job. She'll go work at McDonald's first. So I want you to think about how many girls that eliminates. No woman who shows her body online should have a husband. These guys be having wives who post pictures every day showing their bodies online. And we ain't talking about making no money off of it. We talking about somebody who may be getting 100 likes on it, man, but posting every day. And that's the reality of what we're dealing with. See, here's what we got to keep in mind. There's a social media life that they're turning into the metaverse, and there's a real life. Your social media life and your real life are two different things. Unless on the rare occasion you're fool enough to show your real life on social media. Like you have some guys who post their cars and post their crib on social media and post them inside the house and all of that. In certain instances, that's okay. But for the most part, the most of us, man, we don't want people all in our business like that. We just don't want people all in our business like that. It doesn't make sense. And talking about that, celebrity dating and mating choices do not represent us all. They don't represent us all. You understand? I ain't no millionaire. And I ain't finna get with no exotic dancers or no IG thoughts and nothing like that. I ain't finna get with none of them. At no point. So if I was a multi-millionaire, I'm talking about guys, man, sitting on, 200, 300 million, 90, 100 million, 200, ain't no way. There is no way. There's just no way. I'm not going to do it. It's okay for you to look at certain people and say they're beneath you. We're not all equal. We're not on the same level. We're not all on the same playing field. It's okay to look at people and say, she's beneath me. She'll certainly say it about you. And I'm not saying we should copy what women do, but what I'm saying, women are they just keep it 100 about things. Keep it 100 about things. And that's what we got to do. We have the right to do that. So celebrity dating and mating choices don't represent us. It's kind of like when they say, when a black man gets successful, he gets a woman from, he gets a non-black woman. That's not the case. Listen, it's a myth. It's a myth that black folks in America date out like that. It's a myth. We don't date out. We don't marry out. It's a myth. It's a myth. Only 4%, like 4.6% of African American women are married to a non-black man, a non-African American man, and only, I think, is it like 6.9% of African American men are married to a non-African American woman? Here's the problem with that. We got to keep in mind that that number is a little bit higher for men because more of us are married than them. Like, more of us are married. More African American men are married than African American women. Let's just be realistic. That's just how it goes. So that percentage may be higher, but there's a large number of us. Here's the thing that you got to keep in mind. You can't allow social media to dictate to you that women can define your value. A woman can't define who's alpha and beta. A woman can't define nothing. A woman can just throw a label on somebody, and if you care what a woman says, then yes, oh, look at her, she over there calling him alpha, she called me beta. I don't care. Who cares? Because truth be told, a woman can't even decipher who's going to treat them good or bad. They end up leaving the man that treat them good alone, and then go be with the man that treat them bad. They don't have good judgment of character when it comes to judging men. So if they can't tell, like the men who are in their life, if they can't decipher their value or their character, they sure can't tell what we are. But social media has made men care an awful lot, too much, about what women say. Too much. I'm talking about absolutely too much. Man, y'all put too much stock into what women say. I don't care nothing about it at all. Because it just don't make sense to care about it. Mr. Intellect 380, appreciate the $50 sponsorship of the show. My brother, salute to you, man. Appreciate it. Homie joined up. Led off with the sponsorship of the show. Same day. Appreciate you, bro. Robert SFDC locked in from Kenya, representing. Aside. Appreciate the super sticker, bro. Appreciate it. Now, here's another thing that you may have to understand. When you think about successful black men, and it seems like they choose non-black wives, they really don't. The majority of athletes, the majority of entertainers are with black women. But there are some men who are on a level where, like, there's certain places you can go in society where you just don't see a lot of African American women. There's certain places you can go in society where you just don't see a lot of African American men. There's just certain places you go and you don't see them. I guarantee you, anywhere you go hanging around the WNBA, I guarantee you ain't gonna see them but a whole bunch of female athletes in the league and a whole bunch of non-black folks. Like certain places you go, that's just what it is. If you're a professional baseball player, when you travel and you're out, if you meeting people while you're at, man, you're just saying there's certain women you're gonna meet. Tiger Woods was not gonna be able to meet any woman who was anything but a non-black woman. He played golf. Where were all these African American women that Tiger Woods was gonna run into are? So it's not even that men make the choice. But here's the thing: you have the right to make the choice. If all of your interactions with African American women have been bad, have been negative. Because here's the thing. You don't get to treat me like crap when I'm broke and then think when I get paper, I'm going to circle back around to you. No. I'm going to remember how you treated me when I was broke because I knew I wasn't going to be broke long. I knew I was on my way. I knew I was building myself. I knew I was on my grind. I knew I was going to shine. I knew I was going to become the most alpha version of myself. I knew I was going to put myself on a pedestal. I knew it. So just because you treated me bad when I ain't had no paper, that don't mean I'm obligated to come back around and circle back around to you. No, I'm actually obligated to respect myself enough to say, okay, now I remember that. I remember you and you and you and you and you. Now for me, I haven't had that happen because you ain't gonna treat me no kind of way. I don't care if I got paper or not. You ain't gonna treat me no kind of way. Only choice a woman gonna have in my life, man, is whether she gonna deal with me or not. But how she gonna deal with me, it's gonna be totally dictated by me. I put my mom on ice. And I ain't bragging about it to try to sound tough or nothing, but I'm saying I put my mom on ice. Have put on ice. I done put on ice before. But you know what? We don't have no issues now. We don't have no issues because Once a woman knows that you'll put on ice, you don't have those issues. And you don't do it because you're mean. You do it because at this point, you don't deserve to talk to me. Now, let me tell y'all something else. Here's one of the craziest things that I ever hear on social media. Something's wrong with being a full-time content creator. People talk about it bad all the time. Like something's bad about being a full-time content creator. Well, all you do, you just make videos every day. That ain't nothing. That ain't no job. That ain't no hustle. That ain't no business. Listen, if it make money, it's got to be either a job, a hustle, or business. You can't say it ain't now one of them. If it makes money, it's got to be a job, a hustle, or a business. They say it ain't now one of them. It ain't a job, a hustle, or a business. What is it then? What is it? There's only one sector of YouTube where you ever hear anybody talk bad about somebody being a full-time content creator. In other sections of YouTube, people dream of being full-time content creators. I mean, they dream of it. They spend money. They go to YouTube retreats. They go a bunch of places because they dream of being able to just make content for a living. Why? Because where it's just a video to you to watch, for a content creator, it's art. I come and say something in the way that I say it, edit it in the way I edit it, and present it to you on a platform that I built from the ground. So call it whichever one you want to. It's a business, it's a job, and it's a hustle. It's all on. Because you got to take care of the business side, you got to treat it like a job, and you got to hustle to make it happen. So it's all three of them. One of the few things in the world that's all three of them. So ain't nothing wrong with being a full-time content creator, man. Everything's right about it. Everything's right about being a full-time content creator. Man, there's people been trying to be a full-time content creator for 5 years, 10 years. And there's people on this platform that have been full-time content creators for 10, 15 years. There ain't nothing wrong with it. There's only something wrong with it if you look like me. Only something wrong with it if you look like me. There are no other sectors on this platform that complain about full-time content creators. If anything, they ask for tips. Man, what you do here? How'd you do this? How'd you take, when you, blah, blah, how you do? Somebody just said, Amaze just said, YouTube is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. There are millionaires in this space. Legitimate millionaires. There are a bunch of people. A bunch of people. That may be 1 million people that make 6 figures on this platform. That's not including whatever else they do. So, and I don't even come on, man. I don't even never even come on and talk about no earnings and then like that, man. I don't come on and talk about it. But anybody who says anything about a content creator is just a fool. As far as talking about it not being a business and not being legit, you're a fool. Well, it can shut down anytime. Man, your job can shut down anytime. You see what Amazon just did to those workers? Anytime. Anything you do can be gone. Your job, your business, anything can be gone at any particular time. Look at all the businesses that are hurting right now because of this logistics backlog. People can't get the things they need to keep their business running because of a logistics backlog. You just never know. You got to take it every day, man. You got to treat life like the amazing thing that it is every day. Another thing. Social media will tell you that rich men have better experiences with women. They don't. They have better access. They have more access. But there's a certain level of woman where if you make any money, then you can pretty much have your way with that level. When you get to that next level, it's going to take more than money. It's going to take more than money. It's going to take more than game. It's going to take alpha energy. It's going to take an energy connection with a woman after a certain point. There's a group of women who are just out to get money. So if you got money, you're gonna have pretty easy pickings with that group. But once you get outside of that group that values themselves more than your dollar, rich guys don't have better experiences. Rich guys actually have worse experiences because they're not prepared to accept the fact that there are levels to what your money can do for you as far as dating and relationships go. There's levels to it. You get to a certain point where your money can't get you any better interaction than a man who the woman just met at the damn laundromat. You know what I'm saying? You get to a certain point where you have to understand that. So social media tell you that if you just become a rich and famous celebrity, hey, all your troubles go away. No, not at all. Dr. Dre rich. Jeff Bezos was rich. Bill Gates was rich. We talking about some not rich. We talking about some wealthy guys. What happened? You got to give up some paper. Still get yourself caught up in the situation. You believe you're rich and famous, a woman will never leave you. You're rich and famous, that's when a woman will leave you. See, what you got to understand is when you view life on social media as real life, you get caught up in a fantasy world. You get caught up in a trap of not being able to tell the difference between the two. And that's not a space that any of us needs to be in. And then furthermore, everything you see on social media needs to be double checked, triple checked, quadruple checked. Because you can make anything look like anything on social media. The only time you can't make something look how you want it to look is when you're live like this. Live, you're live. But anything you post, let me show y'all something right now. Y'all take a look at this. Look at that. Nice little body, ain't it? Nice little body. Watch this.
Bitch.
That's what we're dealing with all the time. That's what we're dealing with all the time. T God, appreciate the 5. Black Knowledge, appreciate the super sticker. That's what we're dealing with all the time, homies. When you look at that, that's what you're dealing with all the time. She held that in long enough to take some pictures, didn't she? She held it in long enough to take a little video. She held it in long enough, man, to do something quick. She held it in long enough. That's what you got to worry about. Nothing you see is real. So you can't even tell if you're seeing a beautiful woman on social media. Because, man, let me tell you something. You can watch a woman on social media, man, and she can post 3 days in a row and look like 3 different women. And you don't know which one is real. You don't know which one is real. But you can't care which one is real. I don't care nothing about what's real on social media. I'm going to meet a woman in person. I ain't going to worry about it till I meet her in person. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I've never met a woman who looked as good in person as she looked on social media. Or who looked the same in person. I won't say looked as good, because sometimes they look better in person than they did on social media when they take all this stuff off. You be wondering, why you even putting all this stuff on? But she's never going to look the same in real life as she does on social media if she takes her time to prepare for social media. If she got a social media face. You know, some women got an Instagram face. They got a Snapchat face. They got a TikTok face. They got a Facebook face. They got all these different faces, and they got a YouTube face. They got 5 faces. They got a face for every different social media platform that they're on. And the face that you get ain't none of those faces when you meet them in person. Let me tell you something. 3 things you can't tell when you see a woman. First of all, you can't tell if she got good skin or bad skin. Because even if she ain't got a whole bunch of makeup, there's filters they apply to their face to kill all that. You can't even tell her real skin tone because they got filters to change all that. You can't tell if she might have a mustache or if she got a couple of goatee hairs on her face. You can't tell none of that because they got filters to put on. You just can't see that on camera. So you never know what you're getting until you see the woman in person. That's why I don't understand why guys be jumping in women. Man, I ain't never jumped in a woman DM ever. I have never jumped in once. I have never even thought about jumping in a woman DM. I never thought about it. It don't even make sense to me because you don't even know what you're looking at. You know what you're looking at ain't the authentic version of herself. You know that. Now every now and then you'll come across some of those natural chicks, man, that don't want to make up and do all that. But even they may have a filter on the picture. You never know the true authentic nature of a woman. Let me tell you something. Back when MySpace day was popping, I can't tell you how many times, man, a chick flew in on MySpace, man. And every now and then I'd fly a chick in, but most times they fly in. And when I did fly them in, it'd be like the second time they come. First time you come, you got to fly yourself to see me. You might have to fly yourself all the time, but the first time you come see me, you got to fly yourself. I'm not finna fly no chick in. I ain't finna do it. You know what I'm saying? It's automatic. The first time you come to me, you got to fly yourself in. Fly yourself in, fly yourself back. You got to cover your round trip. But, man, you see a woman, boy, now you see a woman on MySpace, boy, she be chunked up. I'm talking about got a dunk. A dunk, boy. Man, show up, man, she ain't got nothing but a handful back there, man. I mean, man, how you gonna fool somebody like that? That make me mad. You show up, man, you got a dunk? I'm talking about, man, listen. Man, it's supposed to look online, man, looks super slim thick. I'm like, boy, I am fit to. Man, look at him, man. Boy, look, when she let me know she landed, man, she on the way. Boy, let me tell you something, man. Man, I got to get my adrenaline going. Boy, I go ahead and do some push-ups. Man, she show up at the door, man. I'd be like, man, what happened to the rest of you? That's supposed to be a little bit more of you. Little bit more. I said, man, this is bull. I was mad too, man. And I ain't listen. Let me tell you something. And then, man, bro, a bro will come to the crib, fly in, and have nothing but lingerie. I'm offended. I'm absolutely offended. Cause I'm looking at Shawty like, hold up. What you thought? You thought you just finna come here and lay up like you my old lady or something? Man, she thought she was finna come get the husband and wife experience, dog. Come on. I met you online, Shawty. And you come on. You messaged me online, Shawty. You instant messaged me. How you gonna think we finna come here and be my girlfriend? I ain't Bobby Brown. I need a girlfriend. And I need you right now. I don't need no girlfriend. You just coming to see me. You coming to play. Work them hips. Gone, girl. That's all you doing. Man, let me tell you something, bro. Yep, SJ, Black Planet. But let me tell you something. Ah, man. Them was the days, man. Them was the days. But it just goes to show you that nothing you see online is authentic, man. You got to see it. You got to see it to believe it. So it come down to even people showing cars online, man. But I don't show no whips, man. I think I might have shown blackjack once. You know what I'm saying? I might have shown blackjack once on IG, man. That's it. Just because, I was out chilling with my son, man. I was like, man, you know what, man? We out here, we getting it. So I just took a picture, man, of me and my son, man. But what I'm saying, man, is it don't matter because anybody can take a picture of anything. You know how many girls, man, take a picture in somebody else's car, man? They in Miami, they got a bikini, they just sitting in somebody else's car taking a picture, looking like they're getting it. Driving somebody else's car, looking like they're getting it. Now, I ain't gonna lie now, since the advent of OnlyFans, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. But let me show you something. Here's the thing about it. If you meet a woman on social media, here's what you have to understand. Here's what you have to understand. This is the type of thing that you get involved in.
I showered her. I fed her. I also bought her a dress from Fashion Nova. I made her fall in love with me, and now I got her forever. This is how I met.
Now, did y'all see that man? Let's run this back. This is how he met her. I want y'all to watch this.
I met her. I showered her. I fed her. I also bought her a dress from Fashion Nova. I made her fall in love with me, and now I got her forever. This is how I met her.
Look, man, that's the type of thing that men are out here working toward. These guys are willing to build a bro. I ain't with that. I ain't with it. I ain't with it, man. There's too many women out here that can already fit into your life as you're progressing. You got to be desperate to do something like this. You got to be desperate. You got to have such a feminine, soft spot heart. You got to have a grandma heart That dude is like a male, he like a male grandma. You know what I'm saying? You know the grandma who let everybody come live at her house, no matter what you do, no matter where you mess up at, no matter how old you is, you can go live at grandma's house. That's what this guy is. He's a grandma. Ain't nothing worse than a man with a grandma mindset. But here's the thing. If you got a grandpa mindset, they call you a dirty old man. If you got a grandma mindset, oh, he's so sweet. Yeah, he is sweet. Sweet as peach pie. And that's the thing, man. Like men really have to understand that this is not the life you were put here to live. You weren't put here to live that life. Because here's the thing, man. You got to understand that in the real world, people are governed by their real lives. People could get online and talk all they want to talk. That's why I tell you, man, if somebody talking it, if they don't live it how they talk it, then they just somebody just running their mouth. They're like Tekashi 6ix9ine, the non-gangster gangster. You see what I'm saying? They're like that. When you really think about it, man, your life dictates what you do. So if you don't control your life controls you. Let's look at the delusion. Let's look at the delusion of women online.
You've noticed that are blatantly sexist, but are so normalized with. Let's talk about the fact that after carrying a baby for 9 months, then proceeding to give birth to it, taking a maternity leave from work, and literally spending all your free time cleaning up its shit, the last name of the kid is almost usually the father's. Like, it really just boggles my brain, the amount of privilege men receive in society.
See, let's talk about this. Men don't receive no privilege in society. Side mother, what's good? Men don't receive no privilege in society. See, in order to receive privilege, it has to be something you didn't have before. Men have always had the power we have. We have always had the positions we had. We have always had the prestige we have. We have always been in a position to lead like we are right now. We ain't got no privilege. We live by the "it's my way or no way" mantra. Man, let me tell you something. It ain't no amount of pressure no woman can put on me about nothing. If we got a kid, you can't put no pressure on me about that kid. I'm going to provide for the kid. You can't put no pressure on me about it, though. You can't tell me, hey, you need to do this or I need. You can't tell me nothing. Well, you ain't going to see it. I don't care. You can't put no pressure on me. You ain't going to bother me by telling me I can't see no kid. I don't care. You can't control me emotionally with none of that. You can tell the kid I'm a monster. I don't care what you tell it. It don't matter to me. It just don't bother me. Yo, you know why? Because I'm a man and I understand the value of being a man. I understand the power in being a man. You understand what I'm saying? I understand that "it's my way or no way" is a mantra that I can live by that a woman can't live by. And I'm going to capitalize on that. You can't tell me nothing. So this right here, well, I just carried this kid all this time, and then I gotta the kid get the last name. Okay, that's just the way it is in the world. Now let's listen to the rest of the foolishness she got to say.
Society. Just marry a woman, she takes your last name, then you impregnate her, she destroys your body, giving birth to this child, and then you stamp your last name on the child as well. We really need to normalize.
Now listen how delusional she is. If you put your name, if you already got my name, that means who else named the child gonna have? Ain't no more names. Look at her cheek, man. You can tell by her cheekbone structure, man. She probably got 2-3 babies. It's too late to be crying over spilled milk. First of all, you ain't have no business having them baby by them different men. And that's real. Let's let her finish up.
Your last name on the child as well. We really need to normalize as a society women passing down their own last names to their kids. I just don't know.
Okay, well, let me tell you this. How the hell you gonna pass down your own last name to the kid if ain't nobody gonna put down in you? Go use one of these artificial techniques or methods of impregnating yourself. See, here's the problem. We control who gets pregnant. We control who gets pregnant. Because a woman can want a kid all she wants, but somebody gonna have to get her pregnant. See, somebody got to get her pregnant. And if these are the rules, see, women believe they can change the rules and we just gonna follow. Why you think your body designed to have kids? That's your job. We really need to normalize in society women carrying the name of the child carrying the name of the mother. Basically, what she's saying is we need to normalize single mothers. See, when you complain about being a single mother, you can't turn around and then embrace it. She's saying that women should be single mothers and they should be able to name their child after them. She's perpetuating single motherhood like it's a positive thing. But this is the type of thing, she don't even know that. But this is what social media does to you. It gives, social media has given a loud voice to a bunch of stupid people. That's what it's done. It's given a loud voice to a bunch of stupid people. A whole lot of stupid people. Too many stupid people, as a matter of fact. It just doesn't make sense. Famo, salute. It's crazy out here, man. It doesn't make a lot of sense at all. Amazed, appreciate the 5 bone, man. And we sincerely appreciate the knowledge you spread on this platform. Salute, bro. I appreciate it. MP, I appreciate the 5 bones. I had a woman cam up for me and she looked completely different. Man, listen. Man, if I could tell you how many times, man, I'd have seen a woman, man, she looked different, man. I'd be like, what a chick that's online? Hi, stop playing. That's me. No, it ain't. Go in the house and get her and tell her to come out here. New Era Jordan, appreciate you. Go get that one. I don't want this one. I don't know this one. I want the one that I already saw. Not this version right here. See, here what we got to understand, man. You can't have your emotions controlled by random posts and social views. I noticed that sometimes guys be sending me content requests, man, and man, they be leaving me messages with it, man. They be all in their feelings about something. Man, I can't believe these mom, and they do this, blah, 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 and I'm like, man, the world going, man, I don't care about none of that. I don't care what's going on outside of the world that I control. There's a small hunk of space that I control. My world, I control my life. This is my domain. I'm the alpha of this domain. This is my territory. I don't care what's going on outside of my territory because my territory is all I can control. The rest of the world is the rest of. I don't care about none of that, man. I'm not going to get emotionally charged about none of that. Even when that political stuff going on, man, I be getting people so riled up. I literally get people riled up intentionally because if you're going to let me play with your emotion about something you can't control, I'm sure going to play with them. I'm going to rile you up, boy. You're going to leave here mad. You can fry an egg on your head about something that ain't got nothing to do with you that you can't even control. You can't allow social media to dominate you emotionally because it'll drive you crazy. It'll drive you crazy. It's just like gaming. Man, gaming will drain you. You know what I'm saying? The ups and downs of gaming, the wins and losses, you playing and the game shut down or it frees up on you, just the emotional drainage of gaming. If you do it too much, it's going to leave you emotionally drained. And when you're emotionally drained, that's the worst space to be in because you can't even think of a positive thought. The worst space you could ever be in is to not be able to think a positive thought at any particular time. If you can't think a positive thought for 5 minutes, boy, you run the risk of doing something to yourself. It takes positive energy, recycling positive energy all the time in order to keep from doing something to yourself, in order to keep from giving up on life. You got to have positive energy. And if you can't think of a positive thought for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, boy, ain't no telling how you're going to end up. You're going to end up doing something you really don't want to do because you can't think of a positive. And if you can't think of a positive thought, boy, you're going to be looking at the world, man, like, is it really worth living? You got to surround yourself with positive energy. You got to keep things out of your way that don't bring you peace. See, let me tell y'all something about women, man. And this is a gem I'm about to drop on y'all, man. This is some super pimping, man, that you can't get this from no dating coach or no game guru, because they don't know that type of shit. You have to understand that just because a woman doesn't fit into the best space in your life let's say the wife space, the girlfriend space, the helpmeet space, just because she doesn't fit into that space doesn't mean you can't enjoy that woman. But you have to enjoy that woman for what she is. You don't just cut her off because she can't fit in that space, because technically speaking, we really don't want nobody in that space anyway. You know, I dread the day that I look at a woman and say, oh, hell. Man, I got to put her in the wifey space. She's the one. Oh, man, my single life is over. Because if she sit down in front of me, I'm going to put her in there. But just because a woman don't fit in there, that don't mean I got to cut her off. I ain't going to cut her off. I'm going to enjoy her for what she is. I'm going to put her in the space that she fit. I got other spaces, but you got to work hard to fit in that top tier space. I got other spaces that a woman can fit in. We can be playmates. We can have play dates. We can wrestle. We can travel. You understand? There are other spaces that a woman can fit in. Like, you don't have to get everything from one woman until you meet a woman where you can get everything from. So you got to understand that for me, man, I don't mind putting a woman in a space she can fit in, man. Because the thing is, it ain't going to be I'm not going to be controlled by societal expectations or by a woman's expectations or what she wants. Man, let me tell you something. The days of me being controlled by what a woman wants, they stopped when I left my mama's house. I left my mama's house when I was 12 and moved in with my dad. That's the last time that I lived my life based on what a woman wants. And I ain't going to start now. I will never live my life based on what a woman wants. Ever. Ever. There is no woman alive who's so wonderful that I live my life based on what she wants. I don't care who got to lose what. I don't care what the effect is. I don't care. But I'm not going to live my life based on what a woman wants. Everybody can suffer if they got to. But I'm not going to live my life according to what a woman wants. Just something I'm not going to do, man. And so when you have your emotional control by social media and social views, social outlooks, is you're more likely to have your emotional control by a woman. So, man, I listen, bro. For me, I just believe that there's a way to deal with everyone. You deal with everyone the way they deserve to. If somebody don't deserve to talk to you, cut them off. If somebody does deserve to talk to you, talk to them. If somebody don't deserve to be around you, cut them off. If somebody deserves to be around you, bring them around you sometime. Life is real easy as long as you stick to the laws and rules of engagement. And you don't have to have the exact same similar rules as me, but whatever your rules of engagement are, you got to stick to them. You can't compromise your peace of mind by compromising the things you're willing to accept. You can't. I only got one life to live, and I'm living that joker for me. I come first before everybody and everything. I come first before everybody and everything. It's just the way it is. And it ain't gonna be no different. And here's the thing, man. You can't just be aloof about things, because what happens when you allow your emotions to be controlled by social media, you become a hater. And you can't be a hater and be a real man at the same time. You can't be a hater and a real man. See, being a hater is not the same as critiquing perspectives. Being a hater is just being a hater for the sake of being a hater because you don't like somebody. Man, you're a grown ass man. What you look like not liking somebody? Boy, you're feminine as a fool if you just look at somebody and say, I don't like him. Well, how come you don't like him? Do you know him? No, I don't know him. I just don't like him. Man, you're a sucker. You're a sucker. That's just the way it is. You're a sucker. And what happens is guys create this energy online. See, but there's a certain line you don't cross. Online talking and yapping, that's one thing. But certain things, when you say them, it makes the situation turn serious. It makes the situation turn absolutely serious. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. There's a couple of guys now, man. If I see them in person, it's on. You know, I mean, every goon I got with me gonna have a chance to put hands. That's just the way it is. Because certain things, certain lines you don't cross unless you want to be enemies. And when you become enemies, It don't matter where you become enemies at. Enemies are enemies. And when you declare yourself an enemy of someone, you deserve war. That's just the way it is. You have declared war. So that's just life. That's just how it is. See, that's messy right there. You know, homie just came in and said, is Doc talking about such and such? I don't even know who he talking about. But just to come in here and throw a name out like that, that's messy. That's hella messy. You know what I'm saying? Hella messy. Super messy. Almost troll type messy. You gotta get timed out for that type of shit. Now, let's get on further into this show, man. Let's get on further into the show. Here's the thing that we have to understand. That's a perfect segue into haters. Here's the thing. When you really keep in mind that success is everybody's goal. Success is everyone's goal. So whatever you're doing, if you're a professional football player and you make it to the Super Bowl, the only people who really are happy for you are the players on your team. You may have a homeboy on another team, but if he ain't in the Super Bowl, he ain't happy for you being in the Super Bowl. Subconsciously, he wish it was him. That's all it takes to be a hater, for you to see somebody doing something and wish it was you. You're a hater. If you see, because envy is hate. When you envy someone's position, you automatically become a hater of theirs. Now, if your life is busy, you ain't got time to be a full-fledged hater and just dedicate yourself to hating. But if your life ain't busy, you got time to dedicate yourself to it. So success is sought after by everyone, but not everyone has the tunnel vision and work ethic to attain it. And that's where the hate comes in. So, oh yeah, Cincinnati, man, you know, listen, bro. Whew. Well, we're going to have to do something with these games next year, man. Next season come around, we're going to do something with these games, man. I'm going to figure out some way because, you know, your boy BOA show can't pick them, man. So what you got to keep in mind is this. If you can't attain the level you want to attain because you don't have the work ethic, you should look at the man in the mirror. You should look at the man in the mirror. There's nothing else to look at. And the bottom line is, you know, when and if it's somebody who got more than you, then they ain't really hating. They just trying to. They don't want you to get where they are. They trying to block your shine. Nobody wants you. Nobody wants to be replaced. So it's a subconscious thing to not make it easy for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're on a mission, man, and the Most High is guiding you, can't nobody really get in your way. But they cannot help you. You know what I'm saying? They cannot give you information they could give you. They cannot try to benefit you. You know what I'm saying? They could just stand back and let you bump your head against that wall that you didn't see that, but they knew the wall was there. But when it comes to hate comes from envy. That's a real live hater. Real live hater. And the thing is, man, you can't even worry about it. Because haters and lies go together. If you're a hater, you're a liar too. This is what you are. If you're a hater, you're a liar. You can't be a hater and not be a liar. You can't be a liar and not be a hater. Haters and liars, it's the same gene. If you got the hater gene, you got the liar gene. They're the same gene. Now, some people use your success as motivation to pursue their own success. You know what I'm saying? Those people are terrific because that's what I've done. I use other people's success as motivation to achieve my own success. See, there's two kind of people in the world. That's the kind of person that's going to try to do what you do and become successful like that. Or that's the kind of person that's going to say, okay, he became successful doing his thing. I'm going to keep doing my thing because I know I'm going to get there. Two kind of people. That's the difference between a king and a peasant. That's the difference between a boss and a worker. That's the difference between an alpha and a beta. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Huge difference, but it is a difference. And the bottom line is, if others see your success as a guillotine, cutting them off from their own possibilities. See, people, for some strange reason, there's a pocket of people in the world that don't believe there's enough room for everybody to be successful. They feel like your success is supposed to be their success. Like you don't deserve it. Like you took something from them. You know what I'm saying? Like you took something from them. And I'm like, hold up, bro. I took something from you? When? But that's the action that you get. And it's easy to be a hater on social media. That's why the one thing I'll tell you about this social media stuff, man, you got to watch who you deal with. You got to watch who you rock with. You got to watch who you rock with, man. Because it's so easy to be a hater from a distance because there's no immediate repercussions for it. So people just get into the habit of being a hater. They get into the habit of throwing salt on your name. They get into the habit of doing whatever they have to do. But the bottom line is all a person is trying to do is pull you out of the real world into the social media world. That's all. And you got to always maintain the knowledge that there's a difference. Huge difference. Monte Mojica, appreciate the 50 Bone sponsorship, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate you joining the family too, man. The reality of the scenario is, man, the truth of life is this. Whoever deserves success gets it. Whoever deserves success gets it. There's nobody who got success who doesn't deserve it. No matter what you had to do. If you had to be a little cutthroat, if you had to do some things, if you had to replace somebody, if you had to not, hey man, nobody attains success who didn't deserve it. Now, if your success is fleeting, you deserve fleeting success. If your success is long lasting, you deserve long lasting. If you got success and somebody took it from you, you deserve success that somebody took from you. But whoever deserves success gets it. There's nobody you can look at who's attained any level of success and you say, you know what? You don't deserve your success. That's just not a reality. That's just not real. That's a hater mindset. You don't deserve your success. How did he do that? Why did he do that? Who helped him? I can't believe they listen to BOA. Who likes what? Him? Who listens to him? Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. You listen to that music? That music is no good. Wait a minute. You support that team? Oh, that team is no good. They can't win. Wait a minute. They won? How did they win? The league cheated. That's how they won. It's always something. Because here's the thing. Even if the league does cheat, I don't care. It don't matter to me if the referee cheated in a game. I don't give a damn about that. All I know is that team right there is going to the championship. Or that team right there won the Super Bowl. I don't care nothing about it. Hey man, let me watch their Super Bowl celebration because I like to watch people celebrate success. You know why? Because celebrating success feels good. And at any given time, I'm not actually celebrating any new successes. I like to watch other people celebrate theirs. I love to watch people celebrate success because I know what it feels like. It feels great. Seeing success feels great. I love to see success. It makes me appreciate my level of success, and it also makes me optimistic about future successes. If you can't appreciate someone else's success, you will never have any of your own. Ever. I say again, if you can't appreciate other people's success, you will never have any of your own. You know why? Because you don't deserve it. In order to attain success, you have to appreciate success. And not just your own, all success. And that's just a rumor. See, when you hear a lot of rumors and, what you got to think about rumors. Man, rumors are just attempts by others to pull you, into a miserable life. Like people want you to be miserable. If you smile, people want to see how fast they can make you frown. If you're happy, people just want to see how fast they can make you sad. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like jackers in the hood. If you got it, if you getting it, you know what I'm saying? If you the chicken hawk in the hood, man, A jacker just wanna make you not be the chicken hawk. He can't hustle. He can't hustle, but he got the muscle. So he wanna take what you got, shine on it for a minute, and just as long as he ain't got to see you shine no more. He don't want to see you come down looking good no more. He don't want to see people talking about you. He don't want to hear your name ringing in the hood no more. So he gonna take you out. Why? Why? Because he can't stand success. He can't stand success because he hasn't known it. He hasn't known any success. You know, here's the thing, man. It don't matter what happens as a content creator. It don't matter. I could fizzle out and just get 100 subscribers a month. But here's the thing. I had that one good run up to 100,000 subs. That one good run up to 100K. That was enough motivation to keep me going, man, doing this for, as long as I want to do it. You see what I'm saying? And there are minor successes other than that, but that one good push, that one good run, but there are other people who do this who have never had success in it. They've just been going and going and going and going and going and they haven't had success. And I get it. If you haven't had success at something, I get it, man. You know, it doesn't feel good to see somebody else doing better than you at something that you think you should be doing better than them at. I get it. So it don't bother me. I get it, but I'm just saying it's such a destructive mindset to be in. It's such a self-destructive mindset to be in. All it hurts is you. Being a hater only hurts you. That's all it is. See, here's one thing you got to understand that social media will make you forget. Social media will make you think that somebody who doesn't like you likes you. Here's the thing that I'm going to tell y'all right now. If someone just can't stand your guts, they never will. You have to embrace that. They never will. They never will. So even 10 years down the line, you still got to treat that person the same. Got to feed them with a long-handled spoon. Now, there may come a point. There may come a point where y'all could do some business, but business and personal thing, you still got to watch them like a hawk. Because people who just hate your guts, they don't start liking you all of a sudden. You know, they just don't start liking you all of a sudden. They don't, they won't. You dig what I'm saying? And here's the thing that you got to understand. Anybody who rocks hard with your ops, they're your ops too. See, when it comes down to ops, I'm talking about like people that's at one another. You got to pick a side or pick no side. That's what you got to do. But picking no side, that means you got to fall all the way back from everybody. You see what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. If me and your cousin cool, and then me and you have a problem, and there's iron play involved, your cousin got to pick a side. Either he gonna roll with the outsider, or he gonna roll with his family. I highly expect him to roll with his family. I'm cool with that because I'm gonna roll with mine. Wrong or right, if you and my cousin into it, I'm rolling with cuz. That's just how it is. So now just instead of dealing with cuz, you got to deal with me and cuz now. That's just life. That's how it's gonna be. Because I know if it go down the other way, cuz gonna roll with me the same way. So that's just how I don't know if you gonna roll with me the same way. So, but that's how you always have to understand that once somebody declares themselves an opponent of yours, the opposition, they always have that mindset. It's always in the back of their mind. You can't get over that feeling of disdain for someone. You can't do it. Shy. Appreciate the dime. Watching the playback. Tuition. Salute, bro. I appreciate it. Let me see that I missed somebody else up here. Green Beretta. Appreciate the 5 bone. So here's the deal, man. No one really wants to be you. They don't really want to be you. They just want to be in your position. They want to switch positions with you. They don't want to be you and you become them. They want to move you to where they are and they move to where you are. So it's not that someone envies you and they want to be you. You know, rappers say that all the time. They want to be me. No, they don't want to be you. They just want to be where you are. You know, and the thing is, when you really think about it, no matter how hard you grind, everybody thinks they grind as hard as you do. So when people say this isn't a business, this isn't a hustle, this isn't a job, man, let me tell you something. I'm like an army man. I do more before 9 a.m. than more people do all day. You dig? I do more before 9 a.m. than more people do all day. Before y'all start snoozing the alarm, for the most part, man, I'm already up getting it. You understand? I'm already up grinding. I'm already up working. I'm already up putting in work. And that's just how it is. So when people think that they work as hard as you, everybody does. And that's why people believe they should be where you are. They should be capitalizing on the things you're capitalizing on because they believe they work as hard as you. They believe they put in as much work as you do. They believe they grind as hard as you. And the bottom line is, you can't shame me by saying, hey man, you depend on YouTube. Okay, you depend on your job. What's the difference? That's like a hustler. I can't tell a hustler, oh, you depend on hustling. Especially when you're making more money than me. You depend on hustling. Come on, man. Too much pocket watching. And that's why, as you become more and more successful, you start dealing with a different level of people. You can't become successful and keep dealing with the same low level, low vibration, low thinking people. You can't. They have a defeatist mentality. And since they're already defeated, their mentality is going to defeat you. Their defeatist mentality is going to perpetuate itself through you. And so it's going to be mixed into all your works. It's going to be mixed into all your business interactions, all your transactions. Their negative energy is going to be mixed into your life. So as you elevate, you got to elevate above people, man. You got to see, here's the thing. The people on level 3 ain't going to never get to level 4. So by the time you get to level 6, if you got people with you from level 3, boy, you ain't already on level 6, or either you carrying dead weight. So if you got dead weight and you on level 6, you should be on level 8. See what I'm saying? So that's the thing you have to understand. You got to shed dead weight. This life is not about carrying dead weight. This life is about shedding dead weight. At every stop, you got to shed the dead weight, man. That's your goal. That's your job. You owe it to yourself. You got to shed the dead weight. There is no benefit to carrying dead weight. None. There is none at all, man. So, I want y'all to keep in mind, man, that you got to do what's best for you in every facet of life. It don't really matter what nobody thinks, what nobody wants. You got to do what's best for you in every facet of life. Because one day you're going to wake up and you're going to realize that nobody was really out there trying to get it for you but you. And whatever woman you have on your team that's willing to sacrifice everything in order to help you win. See, a woman can't just give you whatever little extra time she has. If you're going to put a woman in that position in your life, she got to be ready to sacrifice everything to help you win. Because your win is more important and more beneficial to both of you than anything she got going on. That's how you're going to tell if that woman deserves to be in your life. She got to be ready to sacrifice everything in order to see you win. And I'm just going to be honest with you. There aren't many who are willing to do that. So, before we get out of here, man, what I'm going to do, man, I'm going to run this video, man, that I played today, man, that I upload today, man, and I just want to watch it with y'all, man, because I haven't had a chance to watch it. It's the whatchamacallit video, man, with Jody Mama. So, man, I appreciate y'all being in the building, man. SJ3, Famo. Man, y'all know I appreciate y'all brothers every time for sliding in, man. It's always a good time, man. So I'm going to see y'all again Sunday. We'll be back Sunday doing it again. And one thing I want to leave y'all with. People, for some reason, just think they're better, even if they don't have the track record to show it. The number one thing that everyone believes is that they're better. And social media has a weird way of perpetuating that for everyone. You just think you're better than you really are. Because success is a result of skills and opportunity meeting at an intersection of focus and determination. And if you haven't had that happen in your life, more than likely you're probably lacking the skills, focus, and determination. So, man, I appreciate everybody being in the joint. Paul, appreciate the dub, man. Let's get ready to head on out of here, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. It's been super real in the field. Let's check this thing out, man. My first time seeing it.
Not supposed to have a life. Them days of not having a life is all over. I ain't like Big Mama. I got to have me
the best 50th birthday ever.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and they traded off, so it was never like them together.
together. Okay.
So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. I don't know how many of you have seen the movie Baby Boy. I know most of you have. And Tyrese's mother's character, Juanita, played by A.J. Johnson, she's always been a fitness buff. She's always been in pretty good shape. And when she was younger, she looked pretty good, to me anyway. Now, she just revealed that she had the best time on her 50th birthday. See, you got to keep in mind, man, that as a woman ages, she gets to a point, man, where she needs validation. And especially if she was a woman who was sought after when she was younger, she needs that validation. And so Jody Mom recently went on to an episode of Angela Yee's podcast and said that for her 50th birthday, she went to the train station. Now, women have a misconception that a threesome can be accomplished if there are two men and one woman. But that's not true. That's not a threesome. That's a choo-choo train. You can't make up rules for yourself because you want to feel better about your actions. Let's take a listen to this video, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
It's very normal for like threesomes when it's two women and a man. But do you think we'll ever come to a place in society where it'll be like a threesome is two men and a woman, and they'll be okay with that?
Honestly, I've only done that.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And
Two men?
Two men. Mm-hmm. And they traded off. It was like they were friends, and they traded off. It's the best 50th birthday ever.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and they traded off, so it was never like them together.
Together, okay.
It was like they were flip flopping me. You know, one would please me, then he'd pass me to the other, and one would kiss me, and then he'd spin me around for the other.
Did
it
that
was
feel
like
powerful?
a beautiful dance. Oh my goodness!
What? I'm not supposed to have a life. Them days of not having a life is all over. I ain't like Big Mama. I got to have me some.
Now, as you see, she is very happy about admitting this. As far as she's concerned, this is obviously one of the greatest things she's done. She feels absolutely amazed to have done this. She is not in any way seeming as if she is bothered by any perception that people may have of her because of this. And obviously, she's in a state of mind where she's perfectly okay with doing whatever she wants to do and whatever the world has to say. But they're all in that state when they get older. When they get to the point where they can't live the life that they desire, then they just go out and do some of the things that they wish they had done before, or just cover the bases with some things they haven't done. The truth of the matter is this. When you have this inside of you, there's an energy that keeps the alpha male away from you. Now here's this woman, great career, successful career, always kept her body tight. Now fairly attractive to me when she was younger, but here she is in her 50s, single, and going on talking about for her 50th birthday, she had a train ran on. See, we live in a society where women always complain that men want younger women. And yes, the behavior may be the same. You may have a younger woman who does this, but she's a younger woman. She still has potential to be some other things.
It's better to have a woman at the front of the line than at the end of the line. It's better to have a woman just getting on the train than to have a woman that's at the end of the ride. The reality of the scenario is we live in a society where as men, when we get older, we become more distinguished. We make it a point to become more distinguished. We make it a point to become the opposite of what young men are. We make it a point to become established. We make it a point to become peaceful. Not peaceful to the point where we're going to take that off nobody, but we make it a point to try to live as opposed to just wilding out. Modern women don't do the same thing. Modern women think no age is too old to do anything. They believe that you could just go out here, wild out, misbehave, do whatever activity you want to do, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's why younger women are so wild and free, because older women are wild and free. And instead of teaching the younger women like they used to do once upon a time, that there's a better way to do this, they're leading by example. And all we see is a bunch of younger women who are following the example of older women like AJ Johnson, like Angela Yee, like this lady I showed on IG, man, who was in her 60s on there twerking. This is the type of thing we're dealing with in this society, man. So I ask you, as a man, shouldn't I have the choice to date a younger woman, especially if the younger woman wants me? Am I resigned to staying within my age group and dealing with this? This is embarrassing. You understand? It's in poor taste if a young woman does it. It shows that she doesn't know anything about public perception and she's self-unaware. But when an older woman like this does it, it's embarrassing. It's like me being out in the middle of the street, man, fighting with somebody. I'm talking about the middle of the street, man. We tearing each other up, man, in the middle of the street. I'm a grown man, dog. I ain't even got no business having no type of static with nobody where we finna be fighting in the middle of the street. I shouldn't even be dealing with the type of people where we finna fight in the middle of the streets. And that may or may not have been a good example, but you know what I mean. At this point, man, I ain't got no business, man, up in no shake joint, man, throwing no dollars at no women, bro. You understand? That was never my thing, but I'm making a point that at this point in life, man, some things are just, you're just beyond. And this woman should be beyond this. This isn't something to brag about, but nothing that modern women do is something to brag about. They don't brag about it. They put it out there as a matter-of-fact way of saying, I do what I want to do, and anything you can do about it. Yeah, I can do something about it. I can leave your butt single. And that's why so many of them, Angela Yee, single. AJ Johnson, single. These other girls on the show, single. You understand? These women are single. Why? Because the energy that they have created in themselves is off-putting to masculine men. And the thing is, when you're younger, masculine men can't resist your beauty. As you get older like this, your beauty ain't strong enough to outweigh your actions. The good don't outweigh the bad no more. Now the bad outweigh the good. So now we're looking at Jody Mama like, hey, Jody Mama, you kind of wild, ain't you? And this ain't no knock on her, because you can do what you want to do. But I don't want to hear no older women complaining about why we choose younger women. I don't want to hear no complaints about that no more. Because this is a prime example of that. Don't nobody want to see no grandma out here misbehaving. We don't want to hear about it. We don't want to think about it. It just doesn't make sense. Some things, even if you do them, you keep them behind closed doors. The problem in this society is nothing embarrasses modern women anymore. There is nothing they can do that will embarrass them. Everything is something to show and be championed for. There are no negatives anymore. Everything is a positive. And when you think about that, you have to say, man, we're in a terrible state. An absolutely terrible state of existence, man, in this society, where femininity is gone and masculinity is going. Hate to see where this is going to lead us, but we'll find out soon enough. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
So here's what we'll discuss on Sunday show. No show tomorrow, is Saturday. Sabbath day. What we'll discuss on Sunday show is why. We're going to look at some examples and we're going to discuss why the 50th birthday seems to be the acceptance of hitting the wall for modern women. Like they seem like at 50, they accept the fact they're hitting the wall. And I've covered a few of those instances, over the past year or so. And I'll pull them all together and pull a couple of more together. And we'll talk about that 50. There's something about that 50 that, now, as a man, you hit 50, you go buy a Corvette or a Lamborghini or something. You know what I'm saying? You go buy a Gold Wing or a Harley Davidson or something. That's what we do. What they do, see, we look forward to life. They look back at life and try to fix all the things they think they got wrong or do all the things that they neglected doing. That's why it doesn't make sense. That's one of the main reasons that men shy away from older women, because an older woman is going to do some things that she didn't do when she was younger, and there is no amount of attachment to you that's going to make her not do those things because she feels like she missed out. Look how this woman is bragging about this. She bragged about it. She said it as a matter of fact, like, yes, I've done it already. I've done it. It was a beautiful dance. She called getting a train run on her a beautiful dance, homie. Hey, look at here. She ain't like Big Mama. Mama got to have a life too. Shapiro Alonzo, the game BOAB teacher since last year, is working for me and has hold strong and true to the game. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate it. So we'll do that, man, on Sunday, man. And listen, y'all be blessed, man. Have a wonderful weekend, man. I see y'all again on Sunday, man. And y'all, my King Ray Ray brothers, y'all have my word. Y'all have my word. We will go hard on the King Ray Ray channel. I'm going to spend some time Sunday content searching, and we're going to go hard on the King Ray Ray channel for the rest of this month. We're going hard on the King Ray Ray channel. This is King Ray Ray History Month, and we're going to go it. So, man, I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. Y'all keep it real in the field. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing, my brothers. Mod Squad Sniper Gang, we out. Should it be 3 fingers or 2? Peace.